match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And Mahomes going to keep it himself. He pitches it out. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelce. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
First down, Chiefs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier, he's taken down at the 33-yard line.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
First down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On the carry.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive, maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play, an absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play's called.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tanoh Kpassagnon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to get that to Edwards-Helaire out of the backfield. But now it's third down.
Third down and 20.
Down to lose one. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Yellow. Let's go. Attack. 53. Quit talking about it.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
At the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 22. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes going to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And going, this is caught inside the 15. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And now he'll tuck it and run. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, it's Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. He's at the 50. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Handoff as they run the counter play. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will finally get him, but not at